What my hesities, please, please. Do I live? Drop frame 0. Oh my god. I'm so stressed. I hate net troubles.
Me too.
I think we're here. I can see it on YouTube.
Oh thank god.
We're back?
We're back.
But you need to stream the game to us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. One at a time. One at a time.
Ugh. It's also stressful, if you say so.
All right, round 2.
I love all of the comments under the the first one. Damn. Chairman Excelsius cried and sobbed so much that it short-circuited the stream. You know, cliffhangers like this, they make me so emotional. Excelsius, probably.
They make me so emotional.
Wow, okay, and no one's gonna follow up with that? Fuck you guys.
Always watching, Lazowski. Always watching. You forgot to fill out your paperwork this morning.
Okay.
Mike Wazowski.
Alright, so judging by Ray's comment.
Yes, sorry, what?
Gunsmith also was kind enough to put it in stream clips. Great ending.
Oh fuck. Judge
So it looks like
Wazowski.
the line,
Alright, so it was like,
Hang on.
if
I
you
wanna
say
see the
so,
clip,
Mr.
sorry.
Chairman.
yeah. If you say so, Mr. Chairman. Okay, so this is where, alright, so let's, so we went through our evidence, which is probably not a bad thing that we did it off stream, even though it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, we went through our evidence like right after we got it.
Yeah. So
now we've been caught up.
alright, so let's just revoice all of this.
You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume.
None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
The committee's view of the
The
case.
committee's view of the case.
Okay. Miss Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. After she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case. Thank you for the hydrate editing.
The raincoat was on offer that night? Is that really true?
We believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zhengfa, I assume? The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did, in fact, go missing under mysterious circumstances.
And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Thanks! Oh no!
I just muted the mic and I was just doing it. Oops. Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat?
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
It is? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to? Okay, yeah.
Alright, so Miss Ringer attended as a buyer.
The red raincoat was one of the items for sale, so our assumption...
No, it wasn't, though. Was it? Like, because she was wearing it.
I mean, she was wearing it, but...
She was wearing it, but she might have been wearing it, like, after she bought it at the auction.
Right?
Maybe. She's the victim, right? Then I guess someone removed it.
Rosie is
Okay,
the... Yeah.
Yeah, so after winning and
Keep
paying
going.
for it, she left the auction with her purchase.
The only exit from the storeroom was the hatch leading up to the roof. She emerged onto the viewing platform. That's when Miss Ringo was attacked by Miss Faraday.
Maybe something with the fifth?
This is
Or
the
some
ship.
evidence, like...
Check our evidence. Check our evidence.
'Cause do you have any evidence
not
of her
evidence.
in particular?
Thank you, Ink. I
With
appreciate it.
with the red hoodie. Do we have anything in
There
particular?
was the photo. There was the photo on the third tab. Miss Hart's picture. That's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Lotta Hart was hiding in there. So if she was in that viewing platform, she would have witnessed the murder.
True.
Fuck yeah, we still got it. No. Also, thank you, Ink, for the 2.
Thank you for the deal. The ink chop.
Maybe you can clear something up for me, Judge Gavelle, but what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing?
She is an eyewitness.
Oh,
I thought it
what-
would be obvious. Well, now I ain't really an eyewitness. More of an ear witness, I guess.
She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart.
Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it?
Okay, my logic must have been completely fucking wrong, because I got no idea what we're talking about. According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom.
There we go.
Just before she took this picture! I misunderstood what a viewing platform was.
Wait! You're saying Gavelle got it?
Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying.
What? Oh yeah,
Why did I just fade into existence? So as you can see... Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night, you saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, clear as day, and with my own 2 eyes to boot.
And what were your impressions at that point?
Am I echoing? Ah!
A little in Judge's mic, yeah.
Ah!
But only...
Yeah, there we
only
go.
A little. We fixed it, thank you.
Woo! All right. Okay, we're good.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions? This right here's the scoop of the century. Something like that? Yeah, that makes sense.
I was hoping more for your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, that there's a walking meal ticket?
Seriously?
Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red raincoat, right? Well, I took one look and I thought that's our perp right there.
And therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought such a thing means that murder...
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words?
I've been using my words!
If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know?
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard? Voices that may be unrelated?
Unrelated? You can do better than that!
Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's? You're kidding me, right? Them folk was talking crab-related turkey or mime laying lot of dang heart. Ah, but did you hear them clearly? Well, can't rightly say for sure, but I can't rightly say nothing, you know it! They was using voice changers, I done told you all that! Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with the murder. You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth.
It seems I overestimated you, Judge Gavelle.
Nonsense! Verity's the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she
No
believes that what
one
Miss
ever
Hart
was.
heard might... Okay.
Sorry.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have had anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. And I can tell you why. This proves that the incident happened before the victim went up to the roof. The fucking hand that's covered in blood! I didn't even see that!
I mean, we already established it was there because there was blood on the ladder.
Yeah, there was blood on the thingy.
Yeah, on
We
the
initially thought that yeah, okay, but I forgot. Give me a fucking break.
Sorry.
We initially thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Ren, why did I just get a notification on Steam that you just started playing it?
I don't know, man.
Check your internet.
My internet's fine. Not dropping any
Okay.
frames.
What the fuck just happened? Maybe it's me. Now it's my turn to die.
No!
Indeed, she told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. And now it tells us something very important about the victim too. This picture tells us that the victim survived the attack. There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Miss Ringer survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wound she had sustained.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Oh.
Oh, well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
It very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter when the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that or pretending to not remember it.
What? What fact am I forgetting?
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Let the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Gavel works for me. Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job.
Oh, you really are. A total and utter embarrassment.
Jesus Christ. This poor... I feel bad for you, sis. I really do. And I'm not!
Yeah,
I hate to break it to you, but you both are.
Go to it, Gavel. Put Edgeworth out of...
Out of his misery? As you wish.
God damn it, I have to blow my nose. Hold on.
About that. Been doing that this whole time.
Whoa, is that your Excelsius wig impression?
Ren is blowing her nose.
It's pretty good, honestly.
Ah, there we go.
I've been doing that this entire time.
Just muting and...
Yep, just periodically muting. Doing my
So,
Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in its chest. And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anybody could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
nicely done, Gavel. Now Edgeworth will have
Make
to...
several objections? Yes, I'm afraid I will.
Why? Why aren't you listening?
Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on! Why do you always have to undermine me?
That's never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already.
Poor kid. Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that, because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop, for goodness sake. You're already embarrassed to me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Dad?
Oh my god, this poor fucking kid.
I feel bad for him more than anything, honestly. Anyway, did you know that being abused leads to memory problems?
Todd.
And you know how Eustace has trouble with memory? Anyway. The film when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum.
Head injury sustained post-mortem. I feel like there's something wrong with the coroner's report. Wait, hold on. Go back to our evidence real quick. Is the... Okay, third page. Okay, the red raincoat. Fingerprints and blood were found on the hood. Wait. But not on the chest? Like where she got stabbed. So then the blood wasn't from the candelabrum stab. Boom. Boom. Easy. Boom. Come on. Yeah.
Nice, and the music stopped. We're good.
Sorry, I couldn't mute in time.
It's okay.
Chairman Winner, you know what this is, of course.
The red coat, that's right, isn't it, Verity?
I love how the one nasally character is being voiced by the one person who isn't nasally right now.
Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth, you will not be thanked for retreading old ground here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavel. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course. They were found on the hood and... No!
Huh? What's the matter, Verity?
The hood and... Was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat?
No. It was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area? And yet there was blood only on the hood. That's a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
Perhaps you were correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, Miss Ringer cannot have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But even if we concede this point, that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of the case?
It completely fucks things up with the coroner's report. Because, like, it said that the head injury would happen post-mortem.
It sure did, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but we'll...
I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction.
That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction of the order of the see the fucking autopsy report? Guess what autopsy report is fucking outdated?
It's fucking wrong!
This is Dr. Hertz's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But the order suggested by the bloodstains on the raincoat is...
Exactly the opposite, yes.
Bailiff! This court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Judge, go for it.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll go fetch her at once!
Why is he running like that?
Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. I doubt she'll be able to come immediately.
Oh, really?
In the meantime, there is another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. The so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Yeah, good point. We never looked into that, huh?
Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
We've seen nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
And that's...
Chairman Winner! I demand that you testify as to what you know!
What?
That's right, Eustace! I'm going to make sure that you have daddy problems growing up!
I think he has them already. Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad?
Daddy problems squared!
You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee. Do you understand the implications of such an act?
I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else. The items Kay was carrying when she was found, they were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself.
A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe. But for the sake of completeness, I must ask, why would he do such a thing?
To case suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Winner, your rebuttal, please?
Shove your implications up your rump.
Thanks, Ink.
Thank you, Ing.
I think the good chairman might be in shock.
So, what if I did? Did you hear me, my dear boy? I said, so what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much, but where's your proof, With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on?
He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center, and yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If that's all right, Mr. Chairman?
Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Because I'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself.
He has a lot of nerve acting all innocent like that. Very well. Let's start at the beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hallowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should by rights only be accessible to members of the committee.
Yeah. They all have key cards to the room, after all.
Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. And for that to be possible...
There can be only one winning explanation!
That's right, Mr. Winner, that the auctioneer is a member of the committee.
No!
What is wrong now?
What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands!
Oh, you did indeed, you utter nitwit. But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation.
That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10, given Miss Ringer's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total.
Well, it certainly isn't me!
It can't be the chairman, can it?
Whoever it is, speak up right now!
Calm down, all of you, please. I didn't actually think you were gonna speak. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me?
Sorry, I'm reading Ink's. Ink, because you donated, I get to read this out. Shove it up your ugly ass! Thank you.
That's what I'm thinking, Phantom. Anyway, I don't like this dude.
Yeah, you're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accuse the former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime! I would tell you to prepare for the worst. But there's no preparing for what you're about to face.
God, that's fucking terrifying.
No, literally, his eyes are so scary. Hold on.
You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice!
Second or fourth,
I think fourth.
right?
And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit.
How can I when there was barely a testimony to begin with?
That man. He's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flash of something half remembered, Kay, nothing more. If you must believe in something. Believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead. I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. Know your place!
I'm.
The fourth statement. Let's try
God
the
damn it!
fourth.
Yeah,
There's...
you said the second one? Where the... Like what, we press something,
Yeah,
surely.
press this one. Stream lag. God damn it.
No,
No, it's back alive again.
Okay.
It's alive, it's alive. Whew. Oh no, we're dying again.
Okay. Don't go anywhere, friends.
They can't hear us. I think we might be back. No, we're still dropping frames. Oh, you can hear us? It still says I'm dropping frames though. Hold on,
Okay,
I'm
chat,
waiting.
If
I'm waiting for everything to stabilize. Listening perfectly.
okay, chat, how about this? If you guys see any more drops in like stream quality or anything like that, let us know.
Alright, can y'all keep an eye on chat? It's hard for me to look at...
I will keep an eye. Don't worry.
Alright, because it says I'm still
Alright.
dropping a lot of frames. But if chat is saying that everything's fine, then... Seems like it's gone. Really? Alright, if y'all say so. Alright.
You didn't bother. I'm also thinking the fourth, so let's press that one first.
Alright.
Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt. That's what he sounds like?
Yeah.
Even so, it doesn't even exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to diminish your confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Fine. Let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Huh? You mean me? Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug at a whole man's heartstrings, you know? But fine, ask anyway. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it.
You are the best audience, thank you. I'll say that
We'll
even now.
call the proceedings to an end. And then and there. We'll call the proceedings to an end. Then and there. Agreed.
Call the proceedings to an end. You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddlehead after all. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan, if I do say so myself. Tell that to the judge, which is me.
I'm trying to find the live stream on YouTube so I can like monitor it outside of OBS because nobody's saying anything about the stream going bad, but I'm still dropping so many frames. It's like concerning me.
I'll go pull up the stream on my phone. Hold on.
I'm also pulling it up.
The stream's pretty fine from what I see.
It looks fine, doesn't it? Huh?
Yeah, looks good.
Stream is fine. That's so weird. Because I'm dropping frames right now, but... Alright, well, whatever.
That's it? You just declare her guilty just like that?
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk. But he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay!
Yes!
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never. Because this is who you really are.
Look at how much that costs. if we fuck up.
Yatagarasu pin.
Obviously, but look at half of the bar. That's crazy.
Wow. You're the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill.
Are we lagging right now? It stuttered a little. Are we good? Please, I don't want this to be the moment. Now there was a bit of delay. Because I'm still dropping frames. I'm very concerned about stream health. We good? Please, this is so stressful. So epic that it lagged react. Okay, let's keep going. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
No! The only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you! As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that! Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you.
Ah, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Now let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder? You need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me.
Oh god, I'm gonna tear up again. Remember the noble thief you truly are. I remember somebody... Oh fuck, I'm tearing up. Somebody made a comparison of this speech here, Edgeworth's speech to Kay, these 3 lines in particular, with Phoenix's speech to Edgeworth in case 4, where he's like, you know, you need to believe in yourself and that you're not guilty. Oh, it's so... I love them so much. These two... I love this game, if just for them. So good.
Hey.
Kay!
What's wrong? Did you remember something? Dad!
Ho ho! It'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did.
A cow.